a company will hold a worldwide lottery next year to select 40 people for a training team. They will then set up a mock colony in the desert, possibly somewhere in the US, for 3 months. This initial team will be reduced to 10 crew members. They will then be sent to Mars, never again to return. "We will send humans to Mars in 2023, he told FoxNews.com. "They will live there the rest of their lives. There will be a habitat waiting for them, and we'll start sending for people every 2 years. The habitat will consist of several housing structures that Mars One will launch before 2023. In 2016, the company plans to launch the first supply vessel. In 2018, it plans to send a rover. Lansdorp says his 4-person company will coordinate the launches, but it will work with suppliers for the ship and rockets. For example, Mars One might use the SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket, which is currently being developed as a launch system for larger spacecraft. To help fund the project, Lansdorp says there could be a reality show based on the selection process and test colony. Paul Romer, the co-founder and executive producer of the show Big Brother, is an advisor for Mars One. Other advisors include Nobel Prize winner Dr. Gerard T. Hooft and Brian Enke, an analyst at the Southwest Research Institute in Boulder, Colorado, who studies space missions. Even with the complexities of sending a human to Mars, attention has centered on the one-way trip. Those selected won't come back to Earth, although a return mission to retrieve the explorers might not be out of the question. In theory, it is less complex to get people back to Earth once you have a sustainable settlement on Mars, Lansdorp told FoxNews.com. However, our astronauts will be offered a one-way trip. We have no idea when it will be possible to offer return tickets. Norbert Kraft, a former NASA researcher who studied group psychology for long-term human missions, says the Mars One crew will have to be carefully selected by psychiatrists and prepped to deal with psychological factors like how to collaborate in stressful situations and anticipate problems. Meanwhile, NASA has maintained that future missions will probably involve robots. That said, in late 2010, a director of NASA's Ames Research Center in California did make an offhand comment about a DARPA project to send a spaceship with humans on a 100-year mission to Mars. Buzz Aldrin, the lunar module pilot with Neil Armstrong, who landed on the Moon, has maintained for years that the only way for humans to reach Mars is to plan a one-way mission.